Hello and a very warm welcome to this presentation. My name is Bianca Doktorovic and I work as Program Manager at Vinnova's International Division.
And hello, my name is Peter Lindberg and I also work at Vinnova's International Division as the Eureka National Product Coordinator.
Together with Peter, we will today be presenting several future funding and networking opportunities for next year. This is of course done within the context of Sweden Innovation Days today. Sweden Innovation Days is all about getting to know the Swedish AI landscape, as well as benchmarking internationally with some of the best in the world, the front runners. Sweden Innovation Day is also about knowledge exchange as well as talent attraction. And last but definitely not least, about matchmaking opportunities. We hope that all these activities during the Sweden Innovation Days will result in deepened collaboration between our countries. And Peter and I also hope that the opportunities that we'll be presenting today will also support that. Starting off with France. The French-Swedish Partnership for Innovation and Green Solutions was signed by President Macron and Prime Minister Löfven in 2017. Vinnova has identified 4 areas of focus within the partnership. First, we have mobility and smart cities, where the Strategic Innovation Program Drive Sweden will host a collaborative workshop during next year. This is a continuation of a workshop organized in Paris last year, and we hope that this will be a recurring event. The second area that we've identified is within artificial intelligence. Here, Vinnova organized a AF staff exchange call last year, where Swedish organizations had the opportunity to apply for grants for experts within AI to have professional exchanges with experts in France, Canada, and Germany. We will actually be organizing a similar call during next year, which I will tell you a little bit more about in a minute. Moving on to the third area, we have life science, where Vinnova, together with BPI France, we have an ongoing dialogue with EIT Health, where we support EIT Health's initiative to launch an accelerator for SMEs within the theme of AI and health. This kind of an accelerator could also involve more of Sweden's partnership countries. Last but not least, we have the research infrastructure. Here we are promoting the cooperation between ITER and ESS, mainly from an industry perspective, focusing on technology development and deliveries to the 2 respective facilities. And here is a little bit more about the call that I just mentioned, the Staff Exchange for Applied AI Research. So this call will be open within short, so please check Vinnova's website. Companies, public organizations, and research organizations can apply for this call. The scope is this time as well a staff exchange of persons between Swedish stakeholders and stakeholders in Brazil, Canada, Germany, France, and the US. The aim, once again, is to increase the organization's AI competence and initiate long-term cooperation. You also have the information there that the maximum amount to apply for is 500,000 Swedish crowns. Moving on to our next country, being Germany. There is also an innovation partnership between Sweden and Germany, which also was signed in 2017 between Stefan Löfven and Angela Merkel. Within this area, we also have the staff exchange for applied AI research call that I just mentioned, as Germany is one of the countries that there could be an exchange with from the Swedish side as well. So similar information as for France there. Moving on to the next activity that we would like to mention is the Swedish-German Innovation Table, which is organized by the Vinnväxtmiljö, called Automation Region in Sweden, jointly with Automation Valley in Germany. Here, companies, academia, and governmental institutions can apply to be a part of this high-level roundtable, both in terms of collaboration as well as business networks. And you find the contact details to the colleagues in Germany and Sweden to receive additional information, jointly with the LinkedIn group also posted there. Then we move on to Biotech Hanse Forum, which will take place in June 10th next year. This is actually the 5th edition of this forum. And startups within the life science field, venture capital, service providers, preferably with a focus on collaboration, are the ones that can apply to be a part of this forum. These stakeholders can apply to be a part of the bilateral events, collaborations, exchange of knowledge, and networking opportunities, which is a part of this forum. And here as well, you find additional information on the link below, as well as the LinkedIn group posted there. Moving on, we have another great initiative from the Strategic Innovation Program for Process Industrial IT and Automation. This program is aimed at Swedish partners that are able and willing to coordinate joint projects where European partners are welcome to join. The Swedish stakeholders can apply to be a part of collaborative projects addressing industrial challenges in process industry, for example, steel, paper, food, etc. And there you can also see that the amount that you can apply for within pre-studies ranging from 50,000 euro and projects up to 500,000 euro. So please also see the additional information on the links as well as within the LinkedIn group. Moving on to our next country, which is Israel. Israel and Sweden has a great collaboration. Here you see the connector. The connector is an opportunity and also platform where a digital workshop connecting SMEs and corporates will be held in the beginning of next year, 2021 Q1. And this workshop will be by invitation only, so 15 to 20 participants will be able to attend. Within the connector, within this platform, there will also be a larger event with conference and matchmaking between SMEs and corporates during Q2 or Q3 next year. If possible, of course, that will be held in Tel Aviv. Otherwise, it will be a digital event. Last but not least, we also have a collaboration between Israel and Eureka. Bilateral calls between Israel and Sweden within the Eureka framework are still to be confirmed, but please keep an eye out for that as well. And there you have the contact details to my colleague, Anne-Marie Finneman, who is based in Tel Aviv in Israel, as well as you have the LinkedIn group where you can find additional information.
So, and now I will continue and say a few words about the Swedish Innovation Initiative and Eureka. And I will start by telling you that Eureka is an international network that supports collaborative R&D projects. And the principle is that funding is applied for a national level and then can be combined to create international projects. And this means that Swedish participants in Eureka projects apply for funding from the Swedish Innovation Agency Vinnova. The Swedish Innovation Initiative, SWI 2020, is a digital conference this year. and it's held on the 3rd of December 2020. And it's open for participation for small and medium-sized enterprises, large companies, and research organizations in Sweden, Switzerland, and other European countries. And on the agenda is sustainable and holistic industries and societies, big data, IoT, AI, and XR. It will be opportunity to online B2B matchmaking to create future Eureka projects with Swiss partners and partners from other countries. And more information about this you can have via a web link to registration online event on the SWE webpage. And you can also contact me, Peter Lindberg, the Eureka National Project Coordinator for Sweden, by telephone or email, and I will be happy to tell you more. And now we go on to the Eureka Eurostars call, and this is actually one of the Eureka calls that you can apply for together with the Swiss partners or partners from other countries that you may be connected to in the previous SWE event. And the Eureka Eurostars call is open for small and medium-sized enterprises, large companies and research organizations in Europe, but also countries as South Korea and Canada that are also a part of the Eureka network. And the ground rule is that you should be at least 2 project participants from 2 countries, and the project coordinator must be an SME. And you can apply for development of innovative products, processes, and services in any thematic area. So this is actually a bottom-up call. You can bring your product idea and get funding for it. The project duration is up to 36 months, and market entry is 2 years after the end of project. The call deadline for this call is the 4th of February 2021 at 2000 hours Central European Time. And as a Swedish participant, you can apply for up to 5 million Swedish kronor per project from Vinnova to the Swedish participants. And this is approximately 480,000 euros in the current exchange rate. SMEs can apply for 50% of their costs, large companies 30%, and research organizations 70%. But for Swedish research organizations, this is also includes full overhead costs. For more information, you can read more on Vinnova's website for the Eurostars program, or you can go to the International Eurostars webpage and learn how the program works and how you can apply for funding. And you can also contact me, Peter Lindberg, by telephone or email if you want to have more information and further support for writing an application. And now I move to another Eureka call, the Eureka Cluster EURIPIDES 2 call 2021. And again, it's open to SMEs, large companies and research organizations in Europe, South Korea and Canada. And you should be at least 2 project participants from 2 countries. And a special requirement from Sweden and Vinnova is that we want to have at least 1 SME as part of the consortium. You can apply for international collaborative R&D projects in the area of smart electronic systems and components. Applications such as sensors, power electronics, electronics platforms, construction methods, and product integration. Project duration generally around 36 months, but it could be tailored a bit to your specific needs. The call deadline for product outlines is on the 26th of February 2021. And then successful product outlines that are selected can then apply for the full product proposal with deadline on the 28th of May 2021. As a Swedish participant or group of participants, you can apply for 50% of the project costs of the Swedish part of the consortium. There is no specified upper limit for funding, but it should be balanced according to the project plan and your needs in the project. And more information on this call is available on Vinnova's website via links and also on the EURIPIDES 2 website. And you can contact my Vinnova colleague, Frédéric Pilot, on telephone or email if you want to have more specific information and also some tips on how to create the consortium and how to draft an application. And then there's another Eureka Cluster call, this time the Eureka Cluster SMART, Advanced Manufacturing Product Proposal 2020-2021. SMEs, large companies and research organizations in Europe and South Korea can apply for funding in this call. At least 2 project participants from 2 countries should apply. And there should be at least 1 Swedish company of any size in the consortium. You can apply for research or development projects in advanced manufacturing. Could be in the areas of processing of materials and products, intelligent and adaptive manufacturing systems, digital or virtual factory design, and human-machine collaboration. The call deadline for the project outline phase is on the 14th December 2020. And then successful project outlines are selected to submit full proposals. And then the deadline for this is in the 24th of March 2021. And in the SMART cluster call, you can apply for 50% of the project costs for the Swedish part of the consortium. And again, there's no upper limit of funding. More information is available on Vinnova's website or on the SMART cluster website. And you can contact my colleague at Vinnova, Theodor Stjernstoft, on telephone or email if you want to discuss your project idea and get further information about the call.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you all to you listening, and we hope that we've given you a little bit of an idea what could be done with this context during next year. Please contact us as well as the contact persons listed in the presentation, and we'll be very happy to help. Thank you.